What's up, guys? It is Flexpoint, and we are going to do a commentary today. Today it's going to be Karma, and it's going to be Karma mid, and people will probably be like, Karma, what is this so random? But with the overabundance amount of brand being played, and I don't know, I just Karma intrigues me. I use Karma a little bit in the top lane, not as
30
much,
seconds
so
until
not too
minions
much.
spawn.
Um, oh man, that would have been so cool if I landed that. But I mean, just think about it. Karma with full CDR are extremely annoying to deal with. Brandon and I are gonna trade here. Man, look at that level 1 damage. But like I said, Karma really, really strong in the late game. Really, I mean, strong in the mid game. Look at the things she brings forth. She brings the CC. She brings a massive shield,
Minions have spawned.
spammable harass with her Q, and a really, really nice ulti that can be procced when you max CDR pretty quickly. So as soon as I saw this brand selected, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and pick Karma. My other option was Syndra, but I wanted to go more of a support route here because of the brand ulti specifically. So a standard start for mid laners, in my opinion, right now is going to be the Spell Thief's Edge, and then upgrading that as soon as possible. Um, I do a pretty poor job here avoiding level 1 damage. It's pretty bad, but get an auto attack off to proc some gold. Look at that. Just trying to proc my Thunderlords, but I took a lot of damage in the process. Pretty poorly played, auto-attacking him, tanking the minions, and then walking into another W. So like at that point I was like, okay, I need to focus on not taking any more damage. I think I do okay moving forward, not taking those free Ws.
First blood.
I'm trying to hit the minions so that my Q can kill not just one minion but multiple minions. That's kind of like the goal, aside from there, because right there I kind of just wanted to get the cannon, but as soon as he made me deal damage to him, as soon as he pushed me back, I was like, that's fine. But see how it kind of shifted over. Like when I went behind his back line at level 1, I took a lot of damage. He tried to get behind mine there, he took a lot of
Never
damage, so...
falter.
But then there's that shield I'm telling you about. Like, Brand deals some pretty nice damage, but the Karma shield neutralizes his passive and the Keystone Mastery, which is pretty good. Gotta dodge his stun, so I popped my shield and never stopped moving. You never really want to stop moving when you're playing against Brands. Went for the all in there with the flash ulti Q, missed it of course, which would have been which was unfortunate. I feel like if I hit that, I kind of get the kill there, but and then there's that really amazing gank from Rek'Sai who didn't bother tunneling. You kind of don't ever want to get shoved in his Karma, and that's probably why her farming under tower is pretty poor. Rek'Sai burned the Brand's flash there, which was really good. We kind of like danced around here for a while, like seeing who's gonna all in who first, but um, yeah, I was pretty low in mana, and I didn't have Ignite. Brand did have Ignite, so I played it pretty cautiously. And Rek'Sai proving that she is not a strong jungler, right there. Actually, I think it's more like Nidalee just being really strong. Ran out of mana there, else I really think I could have gotten the kill. So that kind of sucked. But like that's what I mean. Like you have to be really weird. I didn't take any mana regen masteries, so that was also unfortunate. One Q here, a Q and an auto attack, and he dies. But as soon as I saw Nidalee there, I was like, okay, I gotta back off. And like, and Brand was pretty low, and he kind of maybe feared for the Rek'Sai gang, so he started shoving. But I'm just trying to stay back, you know. I see Nidalee there, dodge the spear, hit the W, just so I can maybe root here by minions or something. Again, if I had a Q there, I killed her, but I was out of mana. She tanked 3 tower shots. That was pretty bad. But time to recall. I saw Rek'Sai and I chatted to Rek'Sai to gank mid, and he said K. So I kind of just stood there and I was like, okay, let me try and bait it a little bit. But Rek'Sai didn't come. Backed off here. There's Nidalee spear. And I'm gonna recall. I don't recall in the same spot, I move around. Okay. Alright, so next buy is gonna be, or my first buy is gonna be Fiendish, and I upgrade into the Frostfang. Really strong to rush that item, like I said. With Karma, the slows, I mean, it's just... Karma is extremely annoying. The amount of peel she has is ridiculous. If you throw the slows from, if you add the slows from that item, the Spooky Ghost, it's pretty crazy. So at this point, our top lane is 0-3 against Poppy. Like, she's feeding her ass off, and then Rek'Sai just died again. This game doesn't look that hot, so I'm gonna start to feel pressured now to make some plays here. So I walk up. This is how I engage personally. If I'm gonna be on the offensive, I activate my shield, then my W, continuously moving. Activated the ulti Q. Auto attacking, friend ignite, that's cute. And that's it. Popped his ulti on just me. Like that's typically what you want to do. I like, oh, you got the kill, you just said that's typically what I do. What did you do exactly? What I did was I isolated myself from other minions so the Brand ulti wouldn't affect me. I procced my shield when I needed to. I did not dodge the stun, which was unfortunate, but I sacrificed that so that I took that damage so that I can land my ulti Q. You know what I mean? So Brand took the full damage there. I didn't even have to use Ignite. It was really good, and I think it was played very well. But again, I think the most important part of that entire fight there was the fact that I separated myself from my minion wave, because all he has to do is get me a blaze, and that ulti will bounce off me twice. 3 times if he does it correctly, you know? So... Or no, twice, yeah, it only bounces 4 times. But still, like, you see what I mean? Like, you have to do things like that. You have to force Brand out of his comfort zone. And what's Brand's comfort zone? Well, being surrounded by minions, of course. So that he gets 1 minion ablaze, and then he uses... what was his... He's Conflagration. And just burn you, and then proc his passive damage. You know what I mean? So typically you just want to separate yourself. But again, that's really good for me that I was able to get the kill without using Ignite. How does Brand have 2 deaths again? I don't know how he has 2 deaths. There's the Spooky Ghost, auto attack, rest in peace. So, again, well played. Like I said, Spooky Ghost really doing a great job there. Was it needed? Probably not. But where did Brand get that 3rd death, like that 1st death from? I solo killed him. And then, I don't know where he died, but yeah, whatever. Anyways, like I said, rushing that item first is really strong. Then I get the bonus gold from hitting the tower, blocking the passive. It's really, really good. And you're probably, like, just a reminder, like, this is not just a me, oh, I'm going to start playing mid lane or anything like that. I'm definitely going to be playing Karma top, because I think she's just really strong right now. You know, you maximize CDR first, and you become incredibly strong in that mid game. So she's not the champion that requires AP, like a lot of AP. You know what I mean? Like, she just maximizes your CDR, get the spells out like constantly, and there you go. It's kind of like Lux, you know? Like with Lux, it's your goal is to maximize CDR so that your ulti can be up every 26 seconds or something. Your ulti deals like 700, 800 damage. The thing is like with Karma, it's the opposite. She doesn't really deal as much damage as, say, a Lux would if she lands a combo, but like, think about what Karma has. Karma has a more reliable shield. She has easier to land CC. You know what I mean? So, like, she's kind of like, they're similar, but she's on the different, like, the opposite side of the spectrum. You know? So, Poppy's 5-0, and our Ilaoi is 0-5. pretty consistent in my games. There's always one person that just feeds their ass off. But like this is different. Normally I'm used to playing someone that can just outright carry. You know what I mean? Like a AP carry. Karma's more of that utility along the areas of like a Lux or a Lulu. You know what I mean? Which I like. So right here, red flags. This guy's walking toward this bush, means there's someone here or someone over here, obviously. But that's worded. So. But look at the body language. If there was nobody here, he would have pulled the wave this way around this area over here. But he's pulling it here, extremely obvious that there's someone there. You know what I mean? So just looking at body language and tendencies of enemy laners really can save you. So at that point I knew like someone's there, so I went to go ward. And there you go, saw her. But again, you just know something's fishy. You know? Popped a bit Spooky Ghost there to try and get an engage out, but there are too many minions, so it's whatever. It's all good though, because Spooky Ghost's cooldown is only minutes, so it's not like it deals any damage. If it dealt damage, then you can't really be wasting it, but it doesn't really deal damage, so it's not that important to keep, you know. So I knew Brand was roaming, I ping him out. Any second now. Okay, I guess I don't ping it out, but I knew he was roaming, but I didn't say anything. So I wanted to shove this wave before I go rotate. There's the wave shoved out. Pop me to get there sooner. There's the Spooky Ghost, easy target. Just like that, you know, like it was a really delayed rotation from me, but you know, I made it count. How to farm is Karma one-on-one, Q the back lane, or the back line, and just auto attack him once. What's up, Boston? How's it going, man? So, situation right here, pretty critical because their Poppy's extremely fed. Do you go Wind Speaker on mid Karma? No, I do not. I went Thunderlords. But, again, I would suggest Thunderlords, especially if you're against the melee, because, like, your auto attack range is pretty high, so...
Never falter.
All you need to do is auto attack and then W and then Q, and there's your Thunderlords, you know? So basically took no damage there. He hit me with a Q to the face, I shielded, and all is well in the world of Flexpoint, you know what I mean? Or in Karma for that matter. There's the combo. Pop your shield, then your W, and then your empowered Q. Weaving in auto attack between everything. Made him burn his flash that time. But Wind Speaker is probably really good on Karma, especially with her shield, like her ulti E on the team. Like it already goes up to pretty ridiculous numbers, like 600, 700, and that's without any serious amount of AP. There's the flash. I get caught there though, so unfortunate. I walked in the wrong direction. But it's fine. I mean, I shut down this brand pretty hard, and I'm already at what 30% CDR. Respectable amount of AP. So as soon as I finish the Frost Queens, I'm gonna rush the Merle and Omicron. And this is actually a pretty unorthodox build, or orthodox build for that matter. I went Spell Thieves, or I went the Frost Queen into Morello's, into Athene's, you know what I mean? It's pretty unorthodox, or it's pretty orthodox. You don't really typically go Athene's and Merle and Omicron. I was considering Abyssal Scepter into CDR boots, but I just really wanted that passive from Athene's, you know, since I wasn't taking Dangerous Game. There's like no mana regen at all on me aside from the Morello and the Frostbane. Man, I almost got it there. Look at that epic bard play. So good. Boom, baby. How did she miss that? How do you miss that Nidalee Spear? Peace. I need to get Order of the Lotus Karma. Order of the Lotus is one of my favorite skins on Aurelia. Jeez, that bar damage is crazy. That's a fat shield. Jeez, our Lawi fit so hard.
Never falter.
Man, that shield is so big though. Okay, as soon as that ulti hit, I'm like, we gotta get out of here. Like, we're in trouble. And then Nidalee Spear. Right between everybody. But that, like, whenever you got a Poppy in the enemy team, or even if the Poppy's on your team, if there's ever a champion, especially two, that get knocked back by Poppy's ulti, that's the time to go in. And that's the time to pull back, you know what I mean? If your two champions get knocked back thousands of units because of Poppy ulti, you gotta get back with them. Alright, so I get the chalice. Like I said, I'm gonna go for the both mana regen items. Yep, it was definitely a script. That Nidalee scripting. 100% scripting. Never lucky, guys. I'm always the one that goes against the scripters. I never get the scripters on my team.
Never falter.
Now, going all in for Nidalee there, I'm going to replay that because this is really important, and this is a lesson that y'all need to learn, especially in lower elos. Like, if you have a chance to catch somebody out, please catch them out. It doesn't matter what you have to give up. I flashed, I ignited, I did everything. Even if you have to burn a couple ultimates, if you burn a few ultis for one kill, it is worth it. With these new death timers, killing somebody at 20 minutes, 30-second death timer, that's like... it's worth it, you know. Now what happens? Alright, now we can siege mid lane. We killed their jungler, we can apply pressure on objectives, you know what I mean? Like, even if it isn't for what you think is a lot, it's worth it, you know what I mean? Like, let's say y'all have a Rengar on your team, and they have a Janna, you know, and you're like, I don't want to all-in everything with the Janna, or like a Malphite or a Braum, you know what I mean? Like, if somebody is isolated, you use everything to kill them. And if you kill them, great. If you don't, well, you goofed off. You know what I mean? You done goofed. Alright, like, I knew we can kill that Nidalee, so I went all in on it with a Flash Ignite. If you can do the same in your game, do the exact same thing. Please, for the love of God, kill that champion, because that's what it's about. You're probably thinking, she's not worth Flash. Yes, she is. Killing someone is worth Flash. Look at fat damage. Go for the eyes, man. That's so perverted. Look at that. Took that full spear. No damage. Boom. Look at that damage. Morgana burn flash there. That's all good. Now we're just trying to anti-siege. You know what I mean? Rek'Sai gets caught out, but we're already used to that by now. Rek'Sai's 2-5. And our Alawi is 0-8. Good lord. There's the Athene's finish into boots. Capped out CDR. Got some really nice mana regen. Optional items on Karma, IMO, Rylai's, Void Staff, Death Cap, Zhonya's. You know what I mean? Like, I think the essential is on Karma is just to get to 40% CDR. You know what I mean? Like, you have to get there. There's my short shoes. Pop the movement speed so we can go rotate bottom, get some kills. I don't believe this was worth it because they got a lot for it, but I mean, we still rotated, we still got kills. And they pinged out mid and shoved in mid lane. You know what I mean? So it was definitely worth it on their part. Mallard to me. Good rotation. Movement speed bursts. I believe I dived this, I'm not too sure. But again, using the karma shield to catch up, flashes into the W shield to keep the movement speed. Should be dead there. Ulti shield, deals no damage with the brand ulti. Like, this is really good, you know what I mean? Like that karma shield is so big. Like, let's watch it again. So they got the locket procced on me. Look at this. I took a full hit, took half the shield. Alawi took the hit. Like, it's so strong. It's so strong. I love it. And again, all I have is I have a support item, Morella's and Athene's. I don't even have a death cap yet. I don't have any of that stuff yet. Look at that double slow. Good lord. You onto the Quinn. Now we switch targets. Throw a Q in. Boom. Another kill. Well, you know I'm gonna chase. Took that brand ulti. Dealt no damage. The cooldowns for these spells is incredibly low for what they offer. Okay, my Q is at a 3-second cooldown. It's actually not 3 seconds, it's like 2 point something. Okay, never mind, it's 3 seconds. I didn't think it did like it to the exact count. 3-second cooldown, my CC 7-second cooldown, and that starts as soon as you press the W key, by the way. It doesn't start after you pin them, so from the time you click it and to the time after you finish rooting somebody, it's like a 4-second cooldown, 3-second cooldown, you know what I mean? My shield is a 4.8-second cooldown. Ulti's 23-second cooldown, which gets reduced by I know it gets reduced if you hit somebody with a spell. I can't remember exactly. I think if you hit someone with a spell, it reduces it by 1 second or something. Oh, it's her passive. The reduces matches cooldown each time Karma damages an enemy champion with one of her abilities. Half effect for Karma's basic attacks. Yeah, so I mean, the cooldown for your ultimate is, I mean, assuming you use a full combo, it's 23 seconds. And then you hit someone with a Q, 22 seconds. Hit someone with a W, 21 seconds. 21-second cooldown with your ultimate. And that's not even including auto attack weaving in that you do. And if you rewatch this video, you'll see that I weave in auto attacks. But again, just focusing targets down. You know, I'm standing in the middle of the entire team, of my own teams, in case I need to shield, and just using my range. You know, using my Qs to hit people further distance, dealing damage. You know. Alright, so I kind of was AFK here, and then I actually realized I was like, oh, I'm in trouble. And that was a really bad shield. Still managed to get a Q out of my spooky ghost, but still, it was a really bad fight. I kind of got caught there, like not looking. So when I actually looked back at my monitor, I looked where I was, and I was like, wow, this was bad. So yeah, that was pretty much my fault there that we lost that Baron. Like you can't even blame Lucian for being bot lane because I mean that was my fault. I legitly like just didn't look at the monitor. I was just like, oh, there's Poppy and I'm against a wall. Focusing Morgana. As soon as I see this, I switch targets. You see, there's a bug there because I'm looking straight at her and it went backwards. You know what I mean? That happened to me twice and I don't know why. But you're gonna see this. We're gonna look real closely at it. I switch targets as soon as she flashes. Throw the Q, looking straight at her, but it goes that way. So definitely a bug. But that happened to me twice, and I'm glad I'm going over the replay so I can actually see. Regardless, I'm still back in it. I see the brand ulti there. Couldn't do anything about it. But still, that was super annoying though. Yeah. Oh, that was close. Nice. Look at that Bard. Look at that Bard play, dude. Look at that. Oh. Lost top lane, but it's okay. That's actually worth because she doesn't take the inhib. If she took the inhib, it wouldn't be worth. But she didn't. Alright, going for the death cap next, of course, because I just want the raw ability power. Not going for any pen yet. That's another reason why I didn't want to get the CDR boots. I wanted the pen from the boots because if I go CDR boots, I'm kind of obligated to get a Void Staff or something like that. These guys kind of fought without me there and kind of lost this fight. Flash the Q, but that brand damage is pretty insane. Oh man, as soon as he flashed out of that bind, that's when I knew it was over. As soon as he flashed the bind, that's because if the bind connected, I actually get like, what, 20% of my HP back? The reduration had increased by 1 second, Karma's healed for 25% of missing health. Yeah, as soon as he flashed it, that's when I was in trouble. And then he also used Ignite, which kind of sucks. But yeah, it's whatever. He outplayed it. He flashed. It was a really nice flash. I'm having low connection issues. I did for a while also. My ping was up pretty high. It was up like 60 or 70 for a good few days. It went back down though. I think it was just Time Warner Cable that was messing up. Or maybe the client. I don't know. The client released a hotfix just now. I don't really think it was that though. Look at that Bard though. Pop the Spooky Ghost. I see Nidalee and Poppy there, so I kind of back up. As soon as Poppy completely ignores me, that's when I go in on the Nidalee. Pop the W, into an empowered Q, and Nidalee is pretty much separated. Using the W, the CC. Poppy's out of mana, so I know she's not getting away from me. Oh, I do have dangerous game on. Oops. Stupid Flynn.
Never falter.
Direct. There you go. It's that easy, you know? You pop your shield on yourself, get the movement speed bonus, then activate your W. That's it. And once they're rooted, your team should be able to kill them. Because your damage should chunk any carry out to like 50% HP. With just one combo, you know? I think I finished my cap already, and the next thing I'm going for is penetration. Penetration station, baby. So we get that haunted guys. I was considering void staff, but I wanted the haunted guys for the extra HP. Like I don't even remember the last time I bought a void staff, to be honest. Like it's like if I'm using an AP champion, I'll probably just get Leandry's. I think it's just a lot better right now. Well, this isn't anything new though. Leandry's got better as soon as they changed all the AP items a few patches ago. That's when Leandry's and Rylai's got like a huge buff. There's the spooky ghost. Yeah, at that point she was just dead. Really good marble from there. I see the brand ulti, so I pop my shield. Poppy was nice enough to bring back Rek'Sai to us. Just focusing the person in front of me, you know? Morgana was in front of me, now Poppy's in front of me. Just going for the Poppy, trying to kill the Poppy. That's game over. As soon as I saw Nidalee was dead, like I knew she was dead, I threw my Q over to Brand in his direction. Because like I said, if you know someone's gonna just, like if you know someone's dead already, it's kind of a risky thing to do, but I like to move on to the next person. And in that scenario, it was very obvious that Nidalee was gonna die, so whatever. Overall, really good team fight from us. We had the Bard did well. Everybody did well in that team fight. Alawi gets caught out there, which was pretty bad, but this wasn't warded, so... And there's that bug again. But it didn't even matter. There's the spooky ghost. Bard being Bard. Man, I took a lot of damage. I knew the Poppy was behind me, by the way, and the Morgana. So I was like, I'm out of here. Popped ulti into the shield, and then turned right back around. Once I got out of the safe distance, oh my god, it went in the wrong direction again. I think that was just me though, but yeah, got into better positioning. You just like to make it burn, exactly. It was over there. It was over then, you know. Broke Q. It was a bug, man, I swear. And that's a forfeit. But, like, looking back, we had the 4 and 11 Illaoi, dude. Like, man, that Illaoi fed hard. The Rek'Sai fed hard early. It's just... I completely shut that Brand out early game, and that's like the whole thing behind Brand is the Keystone Master is really strong on him. He's really strong in the early game, and he can get a kill with Ignite level 2. But you know, Karma kind of negates that with her shield. You know what I mean? Really safe pick, similar to like I said Lulu. You know what I mean? Or Lux. But the thing is, Lulu and Karma's shields are a lot bigger, obviously. So it's like. It was so strong when you got to that mid game. As soon as I hit 40% CDR, I knew it. I felt it, you know, in the keys. Irala felt it in the keys. The enemy team knew it. The enemy team knew I was 40% CDR. You know, it's like it's a power spike that everybody notices, and it's extremely annoying for the enemy team and really good for your team. We had the Bard lock it into my shield, like that's so strong, you know. So I mean, if you go top lane Karma, which I'm gonna be doing, you'll definitely see commentaries on it. You'll definitely see me going AP Karma, like off AP or off tank. Like I'll probably go like Rylai's, maybe a Rod of Ages, into Merlin Omicron, into Frozen Heart, and then a Locket. You know what I mean? Just to get the overabundant shields and utility. You know, but I mean, like I said, I mean, a couple of key things to Karma. Don't take that much damage in the early game. I mean, that pretty much just goes with anybody though. And you got to keep in mind, Karma can't really deal that much early game damage unless she has a clear line of sight. But in the mid lane, that's usually not gonna happen. So you kind of want to just farm. Don't allow yourself to get shoved in. And once you hit level 3, then you can start trying to combo. You know, shield yourself, W the opponent, and then use your empowered Q. And just trade like that. You know what I mean? But again, you have to be patient and you have to wait. I mean, you all saw my level 1. I walked up to Brand, I tried to deal damage to him. I walked away with 20% HP. You know what I mean? Like, you saw when I had a bad trade and you saw when I had a good trade, which was level 3 when Brand tried to walk and chase me. You know? So just kind of look back at the video, look at how I'm trading, look at what spells I'm using, when I'm using them, my movement. You have to keep in mind when I would W somebody, I was never moving. I was never not moving, you know, except once, but I did it because I wanted to make sure I landed my powered Q. As soon as I put the W bind on somebody, I was continuously moving to keep them from predicting like where I would go to try and break the tether. But this was my karma game. I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, there are a couple errors I can definitely point out, but ultimately it was a good game. 16-6 and 16. I had the most damage to champions by a landslide. Like, it wasn't even funny. The farm, of course, was really bad on my part, but we grew mid pretty early and kind of took away from my farm. I even tried to. That's with doing jungle camps. You know what I mean? But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm probably going to be doing a lot more mid lane videos because um, I just want to experiment a little more. I haven't been getting that good like junglers, so my top lane has been pretty frustrating because like I'm not gonna get into it, but I'm just trying out different roles, making commentaries for different roles, and I hope you're able to learn from this one. So thank you for watching.